You have been lied to all your life. These are some of the myths or misconceptions that will keep you poor. Let's start and discuss all 8 of them. Money is the root of all evil. That's a whole lot of rubbish. This probably was perpetuated by somebody who was actually very poor and wanted to give it this halo that rich people were not good people. Money is nothing to do with whether you are good or bad. You know a lot of wealthy people who do a lot of good work, generosity, helping the poor, and you know a lot of poor people who are very self-centered and evil. So money has nothing to do with whether you're good or bad. Money is a good thing. It's a tool which if you have, you can then use it to help others. It's up to you what you do with that. The other myth is that you need a high paying job to get wealthy. I've discussed this at great length in one of my earlier videos. I'm putting the link below. But be clear, salary does not create wealth. While it's always welcome, it's good to have a high income salary, but to create wealth you need to do some smart decisions around how you invest the money or how you invest the income that you get. The other big myth, and again I think coming from the West, is it's okay to have debt. That debt is a normal thing in life, and there is a whole lot of people who try and normalize this because it's their industry, that's the work they do. Selling you credit cards, for example. Credit card debt is the most dangerous thing you can do. Or also in most cases taking loans on cars and things like that. While I know in some cases it's inevitable, but your whole focus should be to get rid of this debt as soon as possible. It is not normal. It's not a good thing. Buying a home, I know it's everyone's dream and you need to do it, but ideally don't go rush and take a high interest loan to buy your first home. Buying a home as an investment so that you can rent it and get some cash flow is an okay thing, but rushing to buy a home to live in is not necessary as the first thing to do. Do all your other investments and then later on in life do purchase of a house, but don't rush in first. That's not the wisest thing to do in my mind. A house, if you are going to look at it as an investment only and not for living, right? The other very interesting thing that happens in all big cities across the world, and I guess even in rural part of the country, is to keep up with the neighbors. They call it keeping up with the Joneses. So they have bought a car, I need to get a bigger car. They have this big screen TV, I need to have a bigger smart TV. You keep comparing and investing as more to do with keeping up, even if it means taking loans and if you can't afford it. So be clear that this is probably the worst thing you can do. Do purchases which are within your surplus income, which is the income which is left after you have done your investments, and then buy things, not because your neighbor bought it. The other big thing which I think is getting better now is this feeling that investing is too risky and it is better to keep it in savings. No, nobody makes wealth by keeping it in a savings account. Savings account does not grow. Even if there are interest paid on it, you just compare with your rate of inflation and actually your money is shrinking. So investment, yeah, it's risky, and there are some with higher risk and lower risk, but that's the only way of growing your money. Okay, so yes, investment is risky, but there is no other way of building wealth. Guys who got wealthy were lucky. Well, that's not true. Okay, and you need to look at the lives of people who made wealth in their generation, like say Dhirubhai Ambani or Narayan Murthy in India, and you will realize it's a combination of lot of hard work, some smart choices and decisions, risk taking, etc. Luck, of course, might play a role, but that's not the thing which differentiates between people who make a lot of wealth and people who stay poor. That's definitely not. So get that out of your mind. Is that you cannot make money doing what you love. So there's a lot of discussion around this nowadays. My only take on this right now at this moment is, if you love something, then there are many ways of monetizing your passion, and that can lead to serious wealth making. You need to, of course, get mastery in the area of your passion and then understand how to monetize this. A lot of hard work, etc., but because you love it, everything becomes far more easier. These are the 8 things which are meant to keep you poor. Get rid of them one by one, throw them out. Do some smart choices, risks on investments, and other choices of career and profession. Lot of hard work needed, luck will be with you, and you can become wealthy.